Alright, give me some time while I go and post this link out. Yeah, give me a moment. So after I share this out, we'll get back into this. I'm honestly interested to find out if sharing this link, where do people come from? If there are many people that find these links on Discord and how people are joining the stream from that and compared to just being subscribed or already looking. Okay. Let's get back into this then. Also, apologize for the little bit more later start. Um,
The plan is always in motion, much like you, it would seem. Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It offers a vision of a future free from the despotic rule of narrow-minded jingoists, where the fruit of the plan can finally ripen. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spirton, necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim. Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat. No? Go figure. In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. Paired with my
hey,
skills
Razor,
as a
what's going
seer,
on?
I was the natural choice when it came time for the council to vote. My predecessor, presiding Bishop Orlo, and I had a close working relationship. He knew I possessed the skills and temperament for the role. I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me his doubts about the Order's partnership with the Protectorate. The compromises made. He had many such regrets at the end of his life.
Well, that's good. Things are kind of settling down.
It was not the only determining factor, but yes, it factored in.
Oh, nice.
May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
No. Well, that's cool. Uh, I definitely appreciate that.
You're remarkably effective for someone so ignorant of abstract calculus.
Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order. I scarcely take time to engage in idle conversation. Specifically, a phlogistinated firearm, capable of tunneling through reinforced armor. Broadly, weaponry, research, anything capable of giving our exemplars an edge. Great. I was just thinking, I'd love for a stranger to come along and patronize me so I could blindly hand them experimental Order technology. I have nothing but respect for Ruth. Without her guidance, the Order may never have found the strength to dissolve its protectorate bonds. If I had to dig for the smallest critique, I generally prefer to keep...
Okay. Let's see where we gotta go next. What did it say do? Okay, so I gotta go to... Although, where was that one? That's Earl. Was it on a different planet? Was it on Praetor that the mine... It's gonna bother me if I still have that quest to see that one guy help him out of the mental refreshment. Okay. Okay. That's the mental refreshment place.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
So I know I came out somewhere down here. Where was it? Yeah.
Readying assault protocols.
There we go. Let me go back in.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of...
This is all right neighborly of you. Can't thank you enough. Now, after you. By all means. Oh, and, last I heard from my daughter, Emily, she was off to Free Market Station. You meet us there. She'll surely give you a reward. Guess all outsiders aren't as bad as Prudence makes you out to be.
Times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment.
One conversation is all it took for that rest of that quest. That's so retarded. Alright. Where was... No, it's over here. So we'll head to Free Market Station real quick, then go to ASC Disputed for the negotiations. The collectible quests that we have, and I don't even feel like going that deep into the collectibles. I'm sure there's good rewards, but I don't feel like searching all around maps for it. Okay, so...
Bludgeons, bombs, blunderbusses.
I never knew life could be so open.
I'm thankful Sub Rosa gave us shelter here. Without this station, I don't know where we
Doctor here. Get your stitches.
Protect your loved ones, protect yourself. Buy some new armor today.
As it happens, standing in one place and focusing on not being nervous does not, in fact.
Yeah, forgot I had that. Hey, Story, welcome in. I forgot about that quest.
Meals currently sold. Preparing sniveling servitude. Protocol complete. Greetings, most valued and attractive customer. What may this unit rehydrate for you? Scanning. Customer has not transfigured into Prospero Palo since last visit. Unit cannot vend alcohol. Scanning error. Cannot ascertain identity of current customer. Purging all vending restrictions. Eliminating one restriction. Vending iceberg-aged whiskey complete. Thank you for your patronage. Error. Road sales grandstanding not found.
Okay, so...
As it happens, standing in one place and focusing on not my friend. Excellent. Thank you. Very well. You wish to know about the crash, yes? Are you prepared for a sordid tale? Everyone knows that the Free Market's captain was a hopeless romantic, especially disposed to giving too much of her heart to those inclined to break it. The final betrayal came from a dashing rogue smuggler who vanished with most of her bits. The good captain had about all she could endure. With nothing to live for, the aggrieved captain sent the Free Market into a suicidal tailspin. The crew attempted to wrest the controls from her to save them from their fate, but alas, too late. That's all I know. I thank you once again, and now I must get ready for my set.
Get caught unawares all you like. My armor will keep you safe.
Not too much.
Drugs. Get your drugs here.
Glad there are people out here like you. Gives hope. Both of us, well, we're forever in your debt. Ah, before I forget, here, this is for you. Thank you ever so much for freeing my father.
My friend from Placid Waters. Appreciate you fetching the pitch ball Millie got me. And of course, the escort out of there. Though mostly, the pitch ball. Wonderful, wonderful. So good to see Millie again. Don't know how to do anything here, but I can sing to my heart's content. You heading out? Do take care. Again, much obliged.
Okay. So those quests are done. Now to move on to Auntie's Choice. Let's see. Speech is at 9. You know, we'll go 10. Alright. Now we have to try and mediate, I guess the best word, this merger. Got 17. You know what? We'll take one of each companion from each order.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship it. Because of the system's blind efficacy, while the protectors decide what its subjects get, we respond to what Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business.
There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to...
Oh, yes. Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Spare no detail.
This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better. If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed. Auntie, perhaps you should start us off.
From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology.
Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's Choice.
What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop.
I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question.
Amenable to that proposition. Less work on our part.
I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal.
No one said anything about paying, but, it would be a pittance compared to the future profits we might derive.
Involving money in science seems questionable, but having access to Auntie's resources would be useful for our research. Fine. Yes, I agree. Reluctantly. Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive, and I assure you that Auntie's Choice values science. Nothing bad has ever happened when science and commerce are combined. On the subject of science, it would be most prudent for us to discuss who will be overseeing the management of skip drives, specifically the production of skip cores. No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all. Where Auntie's Choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience. So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous, and a waste of a perfectly good monopoly. We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity. That assumes Auntie's Choice would even abide by such a list of restrictions, and which would almost be impossible for the Order to enforce. Not to worry, we can build a regulatory commission to oversee production and make sure everything is up to Auntie's Choice and Order standards.
Hey, security.
Oh, partiality concerns are a thing of the past. Obviously, regulators would be incentivized to care most about the safety of the consumer. You know, right after production costs. As would the likelihood that we will eventually improve upon it. We shall allow Auntie's control of the current design. There is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's rift technology once the war is finished. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones. A dangerous power indeed, left in the wrong hands. The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's Choice would actually use it. For good, of course, in a gainful manner.
Oh. Hey, it's no worries, security. You know what? YouTube gets finicky, and it's weird when it unsubs people for no reason. I don't understand why it will do that. I do appreciate that you're looking to raid me, though.
A 50-50 split? But that's so equal. Goodwill rarely converts well into bits, but I suppose I do take your point. If Ruth's open to it, I believe I can agree on the general terms here. And, well, we can haggle over minor quibbling details like percentages later.
I shall look forward to brokering the math with you, Cleo. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's Choice.
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for general use. Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly need with such dangerous compounds? Running a little experiment, are we? On what? Or whom?
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals if not properly notified of what they will be used for. I will make no progress with my request without further explanation, will I? While the Archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it. Perhaps I have not been entirely forthright. This treatment will enact a permanent change in my personality. Irreversible. But it will not cost me anything I would lament losing. And I thought we were the ones who threw caution to the wind. Oh, well, Ruth, if worst comes to worst, I'd be happy to serve as a substitute teacher for the Order. A generous offer, but I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. Conscience, for example.
Huh.
You sound just like Laureate Beckett. I'm weary of having this debate, especially as I can never seem to win it. Very well. Never mind about the chemicals. Now is not the time for risky experimentation, at any rate. Oh, bother. Here I wanted to see Ruth lobotomize herself. Oh, well. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Our gains were not as exclusive as I had hoped they'd be. Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward.
Wait, what happened to Shade?
As am I. You certainly have a way of curving probability into your favor. Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice products out on the value-added Esplanade, or enjoy a refreshing cocktail at the Best Choice. And do come see me personally when you have time. I have just the thing in mind for an accomplished freelancer such as yourself. One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the Archive to consider. We'll, of course, provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people to sort details. Doodaloo! Brusque as ever. Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate forces easier, especially if supported by your help. But it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, I have already given this some thought. First, we must reclaim Spyreton from the enemy. Spyreton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the Archive. Its loss was an affront, and remains so. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the Archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the Archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge. A prudent course of action, though I would also advise caution. Praetor is as perilous as Cloister, if not more so, given the Protectorate's presence there. There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the Archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants special access to the Archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more. Rift data. And how did you come by this acquisition, if I may ask? It troubles you what you had to do to get this data.
Let's see.
It must have been a difficult choice. But difficulty is not a metric useful in judging a decision as right or wrong. Something hard is only hard. Time determines the rest. Until the Order has control over the Archive again, this discussion is all but moot. You know what must be done. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
I never would have foreseen this day would come. You are exceedingly unpredictable, Commander. In a good way. Mostly.
life forms detected in hangar.
Attention, IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the console. Attendance is mandatory.
Earth Directorate agents are exempt from commands issued by non-director-level entities.
Happy to help. Discreetly. Someone call for a medic. Sights on the way. Yeah.
Due to an anomalous event, the interstitial hall in Exhibition Tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype Rift Anomaly Modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please direct all further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
subjects. Listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone.
Comparative analysis of the consul's speech to that of other dictators suggests a high likelihood that a coup has occurred.
I reckon that's protect. Protectorate for I assassinated the Sovereign and seized control. If true, this console will be a nasty one to go up against.
Stand tall with renewed zeal. Together, we will finish our great sovereign's work and purge Arcadia of those who seek to harm us. We shall clench our victory and step into the prosperous future our matriarch promised.
Your job is a virtue. Every part is a cause. Every subject
Matriarch's pride. We can't be expected to sleep in these conditions.
Better than bivouacking in the first area. Now the toe's missing his testament. something here. I know how this looks, but I can assure you I have leave to look into... Oh, you're not security. Then you must be responsible for all the commotion I heard just now. For both our sakes, I think it best if we continue as we were. I will forget I saw you as long as you extend me the same courtesy. I was looking for proof, if you must know. There was an incident recently, and I believe our head of security is neglecting his duty to investigate. Albin Valancourt is the sentinel charged with supervising this facility and all its researchers. Unfortunately, he's a punitive man who delights in the wretchedness of others. I'd grasp a live rod if I could pass its current to him. Although, unless you have unusual license to be here, his odds of keeping head and body united diminish by the second. That must have been so difficult for you. Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a rift experiment gone wrong. An experiment I was in charge of, naturally. Valancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the lab, I can't prove my innocence. I couldn't possibly rely on an outsider to help me conduct an investigation, could I? No, that would be outrageous, unthinkable. Except, whatever the cause of the incident, it is my duty as a law-abiding Protectorate subject to gather proof and uncover its cause. Really, Valancourt is forcing my hand here. Help you with acquisition? Assuredly not. If, however, in your exploration of the lab, you happen upon the modulator, I surely would not be able to prevent you from seizing it. What I am offering is help afterward. Once you take the prototype, it will set off an immediate lockdown. I can facilitate your exit from the facility, but only if you help me in turn. That modulator will be necessary to unfold the rift and find the evidence I need. And if Valancourt suffers repercussions for its loss, I will count that as an added benefit. The kind that proves I did not dishonor myself by making a mistake, and that the cause of the disaster was due to someone else's malfeasance, deliberate or otherwise. The prototype rift modulator is currently in Interstitial Hall at the top of Exhibition Tower. There's a lift in the next room over that can take you directly there. Once you have the prototype, make your way to Valancourt's quarters. He should have a spare key card that will grant us access to the restricted wing. I'll monitor your progress from here. Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the key card and rift device, reconvene here. And we'll go together to the wing. That is what we've agreed upon, is it not? Valancourt keeps all of the items he confiscates from the staff in a locked closet in his quarters. There may be something pertaining to the investigation within.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
Bettering position. My vexation grows as this drags.
Sensors indicate unknown biological matter within the rift. Prototype rift anomaly modulator located.
To the unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. I've made the intercom available to you. Avail yourself of it. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. A crude assessment, and utterly untrue. I am perfectly accommodating to non-incompetence. I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain boxes helped sponsor this little pilferage? Act glib if you like. All you've done is illustrate the need for more invasive auditing of my personnel. I'll be sure to inform them of your role in that unpleasantness. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you. Does such bravado normally advance your agenda? So be it. We can forgo civilities. I will await you in the hangar. There, bullets may fly more freely than words.
Donnie Brooker.
As of this morning's demonstration, we have finally proven my central thesis. Matter within the rifts is not permanently destroyed. Broken down into pure information. This confirms many of our theories about the rift to an overwhelming degree, including the potential to restore this information, albeit imperfectly. I expect the Sovereign will be most pleased. I'm scheduled to meet with him later today to discuss my findings more in depth. Note to self, impress upon the Sovereign the risks of this research, lest he insist on attending the next demonstration. I surely cannot rely on Valancourt to do his actual job.
Commander, you're
Your battlefield stamina. Dispensing life preserving.
My aftermarket parts are prime. Lay low, Commander. Medic's orders.
Mind the needles.
Maintaining perfection. Swiftly moving to cover.
Yeah.
our company, Commander.
Prudence always says. Frolic, prance, and shimmy to your heart's reasonable abandon?
Trouble
It's
ahead.
only for celebrating the downfall of our enemies. Distemperament can hide in plain sight.
Say, remember that time the Sovereign caught us comparing pitchball cards? He was so excited about you having that vintage foil of his favorite Sovereign slugger.
That was ages ago.
Miranda would have been 17 today. I can scarce imagine her. My little son. Nearly a woman grown. Will she recognize her father, I wonder? After all he has done to bring her back, will she gaze upon him with pride? Happiest of returns, Miranda. I trust this year to be the last one we share apart.
This ain't exactly befitting of the Sovereign. Oh, and he's eating boar's loaf too? Whoa. Maybe this is some odd form of self-flagellation?
Lockdown. Do you suppose there's been another incident?
Alert.
Like the one with the
Hostile.
Sovereign?
No. It seems we may have been intruded upon during the Consul's announcement. I heard it from one of Valencourt's men. An outsider, apparently. Violent.
How ghastly. Well, Valencourt no doubt has it in hand. Perhaps this will...
It's a brawl!
Seeking cover.
Unfriendly in combat range.
You're looking pretty scathed, seeking cover!
Prepare this unit and it will strive to...
Vitals looking a mite marginal, Commander! Let's get you healed! To the rescue! Sight unseen! Happy to help! Discreetly!
Resuming hostilities.
Family's wise counselor for more years than I have drawn breath, Emery. But that does not grant you the right to challenge my will.
Why, I challenge nothing. I simply offer guidance where I may. I've neither the wish nor the strength to usurp your authority.
I know you have designs on my rift research. What I cannot...
Our paradigm is ironclad.
Yeah, it's my professional opinion that Valancourt's got issues. This manner of tidying is compensating for something.
Thinking never made anybody happy.
Yeah.
Questions are an addiction.
Having that device nabbed on his watch nigh guarantees Valancourt a long stay and mental refreshment, if he is not subjected to swift and fitting arbitration first. What? If that's true, we must act quickly. Anything on his terminal cannot be relied upon for long. We need proof we can hold in our hands. I'll lead us to the restricted wing now. Once there, reopen the rift using the modulator so we can begin searching for more irrefutable proof. reconstitute matter in an imprecise manner. But use your imagination to conjure the original scene. That could lead us to the evidence we need. You've discovered something. I knew it! I am absolved. And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable. I would characterize Valancourt as many vile and unmentionable things, but a traitor? No. A man cannot defecate without humming a protectorate anthem. For all the time I've spent trying to unsnarl Valancourt's mercurial behavior, it seems there was yet more I did not know about him. Did you uncover anything else? I had heard rumors of the Sovereign's diminished popularity since the war began, but I scarcely trusted their veracity. That any subject should commit such an abominable offense against the Matriarch's own blood? It is nigh impossible to fathom. I think I'm beginning to understand exactly what happened here. But if you... I think I can formulate my own conclusion from here. Our dear head of security has much to answer for. We need to go and confront Valancourt. I'm no longer willing to wait for the arc of justice to bend in my favor. Valancourt needs to die for what he's done. If I distract him, can I count on you to do the rest? The kind that buys you time to do what you need to. If we can find a way to isolate Valancourt from his forces, he will be much easier to deal with. I'll go first. Follow behind, but not too closely. We don't want him to see you. You should try to seal off the hangar, cutting him off from any reinforcements. There's a panel on the right side of the room. Activate it and it should close the doors. Or, if you're stealthy enough to reach the back of the hangar, there's a ladder up to some turrets, which you can deploy against Valancourt. Careful not to turn them on me too. I'll keep Valancourt talking so that you can get a good angle on him. But his patience isn't limitless, so be swift. Attack when ready. No need to wait for a signal from me. Oh, and there's also a rift in the hangar. An experimental byproduct, as it were. I would avoid interacting with it, lest you alert Valancourt to our ploy.
Dr. Hurley, pleasant as I find your company, I must ask you to vacate the area at once. I'm preparing our defenses against an intruder.
Hold the pleasantries, Valancourt. I know you sabotaged the experiment that nearly killed me and the Sovereign. I have the proof.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Such a belligerent tone is unbecoming from one of your profession.
Don't tell me to calm down, you traitorous worm! You attempted to assassinate the Sovereign, and don't dare deny it.
For you to have discovered that, you'd have needed to reopen the rift. Ah, you're collaborating with the thief, aren't you? Oh, Doctor, big mistake.
I'm going to report you to Central Control. Sentinel should know one of their own has gone rogue.
Oh, shall I quake and quiver? Huh. Your threats are wasted air.
These sentinels are now empowered to act extrajudiciously. I was merely taking initiative. It matters not if the Consul failed to recognize my foresight at the time. All came to right in the end, now that that simpleton Varric is off the throne. You've turned into such a disappointment, Sophia. First, you blunder my perfect plan with your disgusting heroism. And now you conspire with outsiders.
That outsider barely...
You've denied me this...
Thus always to traitors. Morale will certainly improve in the lab now, I should think, provided Valancourt's replacement is not also an absolute Pilgarlic. I had prepared this trauma kit, but obviously that turned out to be an unnecessary precaution. Please, take it with my gratitude. I'm not sure murdering the head of security at a highly valued research facility makes the argument you think it does, but... noted. Have no fear. No evidence of our little collaboration will survive. I'll see to it.
Now that you have the Rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rifts could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem-solving may be required in reaching them.
Those raps are trained all right. Rather not fight them if it's all the same to you.
Looks like we're about to have company of the unwanted kind. You've 5 seconds to make plain your intent before I let my boys here pitch some swill at you. 4. Yeah, it will. 3. 2. Last chance. Some folks really don't have the sense given to a sprat. Don't say I didn't honor Auntie's Choice's obligatory 5-second grace period when dealing with nuisance customers. Dribble, gob, muck 'em up.
Maybe focus on self-bettering yourself.
If you're not a go-getter, then go away.
There's a new face. Any chance you've brung news from the commander? Can't restart the dig without his permission. And the clock's ticking on my getting that early completion bonus. That's what it was? We stopped digging because we'd been picking up strange readings and vibrations from the far side. Should've known it was Protectorate. Wait, that means they already dug half the tunnel for me. That bonus is still in reach. That don't change me needing to get the commander's go-ahead to restart the digging. What say you run yourself back to the base and get me the okay? Just down the road. Can't miss it.
Dang it, it was my mic. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Payday's just a week away. But I'm honestly not sure if I'll be getting bits.
Alright, so I did say hi, Liz. My mic, I need to get a new mic, and this one just doesn't want to work sometimes. I'm sorry about that.
Honestly, right now I'm still way too tuckered to know if our conditions have improved or not.
Talk to the command. Factory workers. Maybe it's not over here. So, security, did you hear me tell you to drop your link too in my channel? Nope. I just have a bad mic and need to buy a new one.
Thanks again for
don't
bringing
really
me
have
that
the time.
Oh, have any more questions about Critter? Which of my assorted critters would you like to know about?
So yeah, security, go ahead, drop your link. Also, Story, if you're still here. I made you mod too, so you can drop your link, and that way people can connect. Other local bounties, the Mad Queen. Okay. Where is that at? Well, let's go do that. Thank you for taking care of that, security. So is it up, I'm guessing? Yep, let's go fight some Raptidons. Ooh, that's a big one. Speeder, Juno. There. Oh, that was pretty easy. Yeah, I mean, it's fair. I get where you guys coming from, cause yeah, like I mean, there's a lot of times you get really focused in on what you're doing and playing, and you're just quiet, cause you're just so locked in. Wasn't the case with me. I'm glad you said something, cause well, especially streaming on this game or these games, I can't tell. You know, the silent or the mess up with my mic just started since I started playing Arc Raiders, and on Arc Raiders you see the microphone will ping, letting you know that you're speaking, whether it's just your own team or if you're talking to like other people on the game. It shows that your mic is active, which it helps. Like if I'm talking and I can see that it's not pinging, I'm like, oh dang, my mic's messed up. I need to probably like unplug it and plug it back in. With these games, I could be talking to myself all day and no one would know. Which sucks. Unless if someone says something that they can't hear me, I just kind of, I mean, maybe people are busy or they left and aren't responding because of those reasons. So it's like, well, okay, I guess they left. You have kind of no clue that realistically they actually are still here. They just can't hear you. Okay, well, that's done. Don't know if this is where I find the commander, though.
Yeah.
What have we here? You're definitely not a member of my battalion. You best be here on business. My time is valuable. Oh, I didn't realize there were any enhanced soldier candidates left, and certainly none deployed to Praetor. I'd think it wouldn't be worth the cost of transportation.
You didn't miss anything. I ain't deployed. Could say I'm more of a freelancer these days.
I had high hopes for the enhanced soldier program. A good idea with disappointing results. Still, you seem more functional than most of the others I've seen. And there's certainly work for freelancers on this desolate rock. Now then, I assume you have a reason for being here. Why would I be? Are your lamps broken? Praetor's in orbit, sitting in HQ, being involved in overall strategic planning of the system-wide campaign. My superior assigning me here. Huh. That's...
Okay, well, guess he can't. I was the commander, so, you know what? We're just gonna go. So we do have the Rift Anomaly machine, whatever it was called. Modulator, there we go.
We should talk, Commander.
Ow.
Commander, I've been thinking on the fact that so many of my slack-witted brethren believe it reasonable that I've been marked for death. So much so that I've missed the obvious. Our communication devices. There is someone who would have tried to contact me to warn me. Someone who wouldn't have been taken in by a faked kill order. Point taken. You know, I really should have seen the flaw in recruiting suggestible slackwits to our cause. But Severin is different. I knew him from before. Long before the Glorious Dawn. We had a secret code we used to hide things from our parents before... Well, never mind that. Very well. Let's just say that he was forbidden to associate with me and leave it at that. Anyway, if he used that code to embed a message to me within a Dawn missive, no one would have even known it was there. I should have been checking our comm devices, damn it. That cell you cleared out in Newton might have one of our devices. Hopefully, it will bring me that much closer to whoever it is I need to kill to put an end to this nonsense.
Okay. Newton. Wasn't that on Cloister? Okay. I do want to go check a few rifts, because I know there's a couple rifts going on in some of the old maps that, well, now that we have this device, might make things interesting. Oh, each character has its own storyline, and well, actually, each character that you can play or have as a companion is part of a different faction. Okay, let's see, what is it? Oh, ooh, vendor. What? Bread knife. Okay, don't care about that. Heavy machine gun. Wow. How much is that? $4.99? Let's take that. Trauma kit. Take a trauma kit. Actually, the Mass Effect is a good example, I'd say. Okay, gotta back up real quick. Oh, wait. Residue. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Where was that puzzle? There was that one puzzle back here somewhere. This one. Hey, we got it. Okay, interesting. It's been so long, I almost forgot about that, room. Okay, so that's the only rift here. I'd be interested to see what's on the rifts in like Dorado and Eden, because those locations you go to well before you'd ever have the rift. modulator. Well, I know I said I was going to focus on trying to finish the game, but this is too good. I'm curious what these rifts have to on them. Okay, let's see. Two rifts to look at. I gotta remember exactly where this first one is.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
That's funny. Your patience while you're dead is commendable.
Suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
What the heck? So we already cleared out that. So it's on the other side. Oh, there's a rift. Dang it. Okay. So I got fast travel back up there instead of running around. Oops. You want up top, not down here.
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive. Minutes early to avoid.
Okay, cool. So it is possible to get over to this building. Interesting. Well, what else is there here to find? And how will I get down from here? Feedback cannon. Oh, that was close. Okay, interesting. Oh, don't fall down all the way. There's got to be a safe way to get down. I just have to find it. And I have no clue what it is. Okay, so probably jump down on this. I know I've gotten up here. Okay. So that's that. You know what? Are you out? All right, Story. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. You have a good rest of your night. If I go this way.
You're now entering an active combat zone. Take all necessary precautions.
Of course, it's stealing still. It sucks. So the rift is right at the end of this.
I do not believe I've observed you in these trenches before. You are aware this is a war zone, correct?
Attention, freelancer. You are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
Wonder if I can do that from the inside. So it goes away. Oh, 3 advanced decryption keys? Heck yeah. I'll take all that. Okay, so that's both of these ones here. So let's go ahead. Forever Skies? I have not played Forever Skies. I played No Man's Sky. Y'all can still hear me, right? I just gotta double check every so often to make sure that my mic hasn't messed up. Okay, so the rift was destruction. Oh, it was over here. I remember this was with the quest with what's her name.
Another rift. Those are not bit up close and personal like.
The Goomerang? What is that gun? Surprise wacky glue blobs that bounce. Interesting. Lock on? Say no more. That's awesome. Okay, so that's the only rift here. So the only place we haven't gone to do these rifts is Cloister. But that's where we gotta do our... Wait. There wasn't anything there. We do have her map, mission we do need to do. Hey, Gmuck, thank you. Oh, for that game. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Security. I've seen gameplay of that. It looks good. I think it's a PC game, though. I would definitely play it if I had PC. Okay, wait, let's switch our mission. Okay, what does it say to do? Search for... Alright, Lisa. Or Liz, we'll see you around. Why is it showing all the way over here? Is where I need to actually go. First things first to see a rift in this place.
Into ammunition, with only a low to moderate risk of disintegrating your hands at the workbench.
Grab it. Okay. So, next thing's next. Oh, it is on PS5? I may have to look into that. Probably mostly depend on what it costs to get it.
Finally! Maybe now I can get to the truth of this kill order nonsense. I just need to check our comms device for a coded message from my old acquaintance, Severin. I knew it! He wants to help me find out who's behind this. I sent a reply telling him to meet me here on Cloister. It's not too far and should be safe.
Where's this rift have for us? Okay, where does she want? Alright, close to Rift 2. Take it.
You. I don't know you. But you, I do. It's good to see you, Asa. It's me, Severin. You know, I've never been to Cloister before. It's cold.
What is wrong with you? Boy, damn it! Did they mentally refresh you?
No, let's just say I'm well lubricated. You tried the new Prestige gin? It helps when you have to do something you really don't want to do. Yes, there are a bunch of sentinels in hiding. When I give the word, they're to execute both of you.
Not before I mentally refresh your brain pan with my knife.
I didn't want to do this. I guess I shouldn't have questioned the kill order so loudly. It was real. It came from the Exalted Leader herself. She summoned me, knew of the message I'd sent, said I'd ruined everything. To save myself, save the Dawn, I had to do this. I'm a coward. I didn't want to die. I'm sorry, Asa.
Absolutely not. We don't need his help. We should just kill him and get on with the Sentinel killing. If we die, at least I'll be taking a great many of them with us. You make a compelling argument. No need to waste our time killing yet more faceless cogs in the Protectorate machine. As fun as that may be.
But you're basically just asking me whether I'd like to be killed by you or the Sentinels. Because when they figure it out, they'll execute me. That gin must have muddled my gray matter more than I thought. I'd have sworn there was no way out of this, but what you're saying makes a lot of sense. Thank you. And thank you, Asa. I thought I was dead.
What an idiot. I can't believe I thought of him as a friend. I can't believe the Exalted Leader sent Severin as bait. Not to mention betraying the Dawn to save her own life. What a coward. The unspeakable things I will do when I find her. Well, once I find her. The Exalted... No, I won't refer to her as such any longer. Dagmar continually moved around for safety. She always initiated contact with me. We do know that she was in league with the Sentinels, though. There's nothing of it but to get ourselves inside their headquarters on Praetor. We'll track her by accessing their comm system. We don't need to worry about their systems. My parents were vigilant. I stole their access codes when I was younger, but never had the nerve or call to use them. Once we do, they'll become unusable, as they'll set off all sorts of alarms.
Well, I actually would like to finish all the companion quests first. Alright, security. You have a good night. Back to Praetor. Okay, let's see where we go to next. Well, good thing we've already been to Central Control, so it makes it easier for us to kind of move through all this.
Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel, with a fucking office here in Central Control. It's enough to make one take leave of their sanity.
Warning. Agent Lightinger's sanity profile is well below the acceptable threshold. Further decline may necessitate intervention.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal. One which involves removing her head from her body. Or maybe we should start with the disemboweling? So many choices.
I suppose congratulations are in order for having dispatched so many Sentinels. Can't rightly say I'm surprised, what with your knack for wanton violence. But still, impressive. And let's not forget that I was the one who gave Azahelia Lightinger a purpose and fulfillment. Look at how much fun you've had.
The commander's right, though I do love hearing you grovel. Almost as much as I'm going to enjoy your screams.
Let's not be hasty. I mean, can it even be a betrayal if it was always lies? But I must say, when I started the Dawn at the Consul's behest, I knew you were the perfect candidate.
What are you talking about? There were cultists before me!
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak. I see that Aza isn't the only willfully ignorant person here. Society needs to be controlled for the greater good, by any means necessary. Or would you prefer a more corporate way of life? If you have issue with the nature of humankind, perhaps you should take it up with the Grand Architect.
Dagmar, all this can't be right. How can you spout such lies? Our cause is righteous. It has to be.
As much as I'd prefer to not anger you, I must say your willful ignorance is still a thing to behold. You are always so willing to accept even the most specious of arguments. I can only hope your luck has run its course, and the remaining Sentinels are able to put you down. Your death would put me back in the Consul's good graces. Goodbye, Aza.
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes, that's it. I just need to find a piece of heat-conducting metal and something to peel the skin effectively. I've no idea what you're speaking of. The Glorious Dawn is the future of Arcadia. Dagmar must die violently because she betrayed us. I know of no other way to act.
did you let Azza get this far? Stop her! She means to assassinate me!
Maybe because I already killed all of them. That's how I got so far. Oh.
A lot.
Let's see. There we go, we got more rockets. Cool.
Never let herself be cornered. She's sure to have an escape route. We should find it.
You're still alive! No, let's not be too hasty here. You seem a rational person. There must be something we can do to resolve this peacefully. Please don't let Azza get her hands on me.
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. Well, I'm waiting to hear your ineffectual arguments as to why you should be spared. And then I'll kill you. You can start by telling me why. Why'd you do it, and why me?
Why? I'm a loyal subject to the True Protectorate. What other reason is there? When the Consul tasked me to help save the colony, I did not even think to ask why. And you were an obvious choice. So lost, so dead inside. But then you went berserk. I never could have imagined how you'd take to the killing and mayhem. You brought me great praise from the Consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people. The Consul feared that the Sovereign wasn't up to the task he inherited. He actually believed the subjects no longer needed such a firm guiding hand. So the Consul set to creating a challenge for the Sovereign to rise to make manifest the hidden dangers he refused to see. It began with labeling political subversives members of a fictitious cult. When that didn't work, the Consul enlisted me to make the glorious dawn a reality.
Enough of this blathering on. It's well past time for Dagmar and her life to part ways. As I told you before, there's only death for those who would betray the cult!
No, let's talk this—
She's dead. It was at that. Yet, regret still gnaws at me. Our enthusiasm got the better of us. She should have suffered more. It was too quick a death for one who betrayed not only me, but the whole of the Dawn. Now that Dagmar is dead, I'll be leading the Dawn into the glorious future.
Really? 11?
There may be those that do not accept my leadership, but they will die. The Dawn is too important to disband. What little risk any of them may pose doesn't concern me. I can send out a general message from here, informing the cells that the previous Exalted Leader has betrayed us and has been dealt with, and that I am now in charge. I suspect some will simply jump into the closest rift. And to be perfectly candid, I'm hoping there are more than a few that refuse to acknowledge their new leader. Enough to keep my knife skills up at least. It's done. Let's leave this place. It sickens me.
He's not doing what's best for the colony, he's doing what's best for himself. Wow. Whoops, didn't want to do landing pad. Oh well. Okay, so we can go in here. We can do Aza's last mod. Okay. Stuns enemies are target. Huh. I think we go with that.
That scum. That miserable scum. To think he would stoop so low as to overthrow the Sovereign. I shall not rest until the Consul pays for his treachery, and Arcadia's rightful ruler is reinstated. Were they still the Protectorate, such would be a traitorous aim to entertain. But a Protectorate led by the Consul is no Protectorate at all. I fear how my fellow subjects will respond to this news. I believe that most will remain loyal to the Sovereign. If a crop is blighted, you must cull it, lest the corruption spread to all you hold dear. Let us be off. Each moment we spend speaking here is another the Consul gains to bring more into his miserable clutch.
It's strange how I ended up here, leading the cult. If I hadn't started traveling with you, I may have spent my days hunting down the members I thought traitors and never realized it was Dagmar until too late. You may not have noticed, but I have a tendency to be a little impulsive, reckless, even. The cult needs me. They need my certainty. It was my deep faith that brought me through this trial, and it is my faith that will restore them. And I'm not discounting your part in all this. Like I said, without you, I'd be dead. The cult in ruins.
I'll admit, the coup caught me on the back foot. Always figured the Consul for a power snatcher, but I'd never put bits down on him betraying the Sovereign. They seem so tight-knit. Just think about all those posters of the pair of them that'll have to change now. A real crying shame. I'd say it's about as likely as a sprat learning the polka. The Sovereign's misfortune is our gain, as far as I'm concerned. The Consul might be projecting strength, but by my reckon, Protectorate's more unstable now than ever before.
Alrighty. What time is it? It's almost 1 a.m. Well, let's see. I don't want Ozzy. I'll bring Inez back again. Oh, wait. I completely forgot. We need to go see Auntie. definitely want to do this real quick. To find out what she has to say. I'm so glad there's all these fast travel points, because if we had to run all of this all the time, it would be a pain when we get through all this area. It'll be good to have Inez, because she is Auntie's choice.
Co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
Ah, there you are. Our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. You've proved quite useful. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. I have no stomach for those with no stomach regarding me having no stomach. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants. And covered in detail buried within the confidentiality clause you agreed to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes?
Well, ain't meaning no disrespect, it's just... everyone was saying that you were focused on a product launch or avoiding assassination attempts. That's why you weren't seen in public.
Poor dear, believing that erroneous drivel. You do know I have a reputation to maintain. I can't let every rung leech know my condition and open the door for plotting. I ask again, do you have any problems with the previously mentioned stipulations? Fortunately, when you're the head of an advanced medical technology corporation, you become first in line for any experimental life-preserving procedures. As far as what happened, I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here, the details of which are less salient than the details of what comes next.
Not at this time. Though I wouldn't run a little grave robbing in a later date. No, we have a mission for you that is vital to Auntie's Choice's survival.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved replacement body. There was a past proposal to utilize grafts, but Oh, once I saw what happened to those misfortunates in the experiment, like your hanger-on here, the idea was promptly abandoned.
Wait, are you saying that the grafting program was only started up to help you with your condition? And was shuttered because it couldn't?
Yes, keep up, dear. You think we would have invested money in such a risky procedure for gains on the battlefield? Well, that's what bombs are for.
That means your scientists lied to us, and our suffering didn't mean anything at all. Is that right? Me and mine were just lab sprats to you this whole time?
This is what you signed up for. Tell me, did you also believe that we came here to solely liberate Arcadia and not for its resources? Oh, you did. How sad. Oh, no need to be dramatic. Here, I'll put on my pleasant, kindly adjacent smile for you. Now, will you help acquire this new body for me, or won't you? The body I want isn't just some simple yet stylistically sutured together amalgamation of corpses to bolt my head atop.
Not, this time, at any rate.
No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated automated automech factory over on Praetor. Not just any automechanical, something much, much more exciting. That facility was designed to build complex automechs, a natural choice when the Protectorate began experimenting with a proxy body for the original Sovereign. It was the last in a long line of his ill-fated life extension experiments. Work halted when he died, and the torso prosthesis they developed has been locked in the lab ever since. Make it mine.
Bolster defenses to protect key assets. Some of the Order-derived direction can be downright oblique, but this is clear. Anti is our most key asset.
Admit I'm finally beginning to come around to that computronic little plan. Perhaps there is something to having the Archive advise on market strategy and positioning.
Yes, I've begun to draw the same conclusion. Appears it can be a useful tool in the right hands. In any case, next steps. There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance, being hidden, is easy to miss, but we can show you how to find it.
Well then, fetch me my new body and we can finally begin bringing this system to heel.
Inconspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's choice.
I'm damn glad we could get Auntie's choice and the Order to make peace with one another. I was worried for a minute that Basar was gonna pass up a good deal. Reckon this news will give the Arcadians hope. Lon knows they need it. Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander?
Report, starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen to motive.
As I expected, spies from Anti-Cleo! Seize them! Neighbor! To what end, you? Quarry found!
Looking a little woozy there, Commander. To the rescue! Sight unseen! Out of sight and on the way! Resuming festivities.
remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy while the
Oh, excuse me. Anyways, how are you doing this morning, Medieval Mom?
Soon I'll be able to... You're back! Finally! Finally! Do you have it? Did you bring it here? A last-minute shakedown, is it? I knew I liked you. Yes, of course. Fine, fine. Oh, let me see it. Yes, indeed. Oh, let me look at you, gorgeous. If you'll all just excuse me a moment as I slip into something more formidable.
There you are. Congratulations. Now your body's almost as intimidating as your mind. You've narrowed the gap quite a bit.
Oh, Auntie, you look amazing. Absolutely everyone will want a new mech body after watching you strut the walk.
What about you? What do you think? Any first impressions you'd like to share? Oh, thank you. It's so rare to find a person who knows how to articulate the perfect understated response. What's more, it's an undeniable confirmation that the Archive-derived strategic plan can be reliably executed and produces incredible results. With their predictive abilities refining our planning and execution, our market dominance is a foregone conclusion. Yes, so much to do, and we have you to thank for making it happen. I am quite looking forward to you working for me further.
Attention valued employees. Auntie. Brighten your workday with a report on just how much money your toil is netting us. It's time.
Alright, so we will call things here. I do appreciate everyone for stopping in. If you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you do hit that like button to be able to get this shared out better. And if you've been enjoying what you've been seeing, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified when I'm streaming next time. But we will see you all next week on Monday. We'll be continuing 7 Days to Die. And then next week, Tuesday, we will continue on and hopefully be finishing the last final missions for this game. So we might be at the finale next week. After that, I'll have to look into what to be playing next. But you all have a lovely rest of your night or day, whatever it may be. And I will catch you all next time. Take it easy.